All right. So if you are on Zoom with us, please make sure you're muted. I think I had everybody muted before, but just a heads up. And if you're on Facebook or on Zoom, please go in and drop us your favorite fruit or veggie emoji, because that's what we are all about. And then I'm going to kick it off because we like to respect your time. So welcome and thank you for joining us. We'll keep it short. Your time is valuable, and we are so excited to share with you tonight. My name is Shannon, and I'm here with two very special people, Leslie and Jenny. You were invited here tonight by someone who cares about you, and we are so excited to share. So, about me, almost 5 years ago, Jenny shared with me how to flood my body with powdered fruits and veggies. And I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical, but she was nice, so I was like, I'll give it a try. The truth is, our family had a ton of inflammation and didn't even know it. I didn't know what inflammation was, but inflammation for me showed up in the form of diverticulosis. I was told in my early 20s not to eat anything with a seed, and that basically meant almost every fruit, vegetable, every nut that you can think of. If I ate them, I'd be in the fetal position in pain for days with chills, you guys. And over time, I've learned that I can eat them, and I haven't had any trouble so far. Inflammation showed up for my oldest son in the form of 4 prescription allergy medications at the age of 7. I didn't have a single baseball picture where his eyes weren't swollen. He was miserable with eye drops, nose sprays, and pills. We noticed he was no longer experiencing those allergy symptoms after just 4 months. And so far, almost 5 years later, he has stayed prescription free, not even Benadryl. We also experienced less sinus infections when the seasons would change, less sick visits in the fall and the winter, and we are still to this day saving on copays. My boys embraced healthier things like black beans and quinoa and salads. They can't spell quinoa, but they'll eat it, right? I mean, they're 9 and 12 now. So that's a big mom win for me. And then I recently dropped my Zoloft for anxiety, so I'm no longer that anxious mom with heart flutters, a racing pulse. And of course, everyone's experience is different, but I am so grateful for what this has done for my family. There we go. So what is Juice Plus? What are these powdered capsules that I'm talking about? It adds the nutrition from over 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries to your diet. And a serving is a fist size. So it's nearly impossible to get 30 fist sizes of these in one day. It's whole foods that are harvested at the peak of ripeness, so the nutrition is intact. The produce is pulverized, not juiced, and dried into powders at low temperatures to preserve nutrition. It's plant powders that are put into capsules or even in delicious chewables. And yes, sometimes the adults will even choose the chewables because they're so good. Its full spectrum omega blend uses omega rich algae, berries, and seeds instead of fish. And we need to keep our fish around. We've got a little bit of a sustainability issue these days, so this is important. So what exactly is in it? Look at all these. There's acerola cherry, apple, beet, peach, pineapple, lemon peel. When is the last time that you ate a lemon peel? Cranberry, date, orange, mango, prune. In our green, in our veggie blend, we have broccoli, cabbage, carrot, garlic, tomato, spinach, kale, parsley. And this is my favorite, the purple, because it has artichoke, bilberry, blackberry. I mean, bilberry is like something from Lord of the Rings to me. Like, who has ever even heard of a bilberry? Elderberry, blueberry, cocoa, Concord grape, pomegranate, raspberry. So when you eat these little guys every day, you get all of this in your body. So I'm going to turn it over to Leslie, my dear friend, and she is going to share her story with you.
Thanks, Shannon. My story doesn't really have a beginning. It's more of something I've just felt all my life. I've always struggled with my weight, and when I was younger, I suffered immensely from anxiety and depression. This in turn taught me some pretty destructive coping mechanisms. After years of spiraling emotionally and physically, it took a toll on me. I realized that yo-yo dieting, fad diets, supplements, and prescription weight loss meds wouldn't ever work. The digestion issues I struggled with continued to get progressively worse. Issues going, or in my case, not going for a long time. The stomach aches were constant, pain that nothing could relieve. And since colon cancer ran on both sides of my family, my doctor started ordering colonoscopies every 2 years. On both procedures I've had, he found numerous polyps as well as diverticularitis. I was advised to eat more fiber, more veggies, more fruit. I would try and do well for a while, but then would eventually fall out of the habit. At that point, I knew something needed to change, and that's when I decided to finally try Juice Plus. My friend Shannon and I did yoga together, and she always shared videos and seminars on health and wellness with me, so I trusted her and thought I'd give it a shot. Within weeks of starting the capsules, I was seeing changes. My bathroom routine was becoming just that, a routine, not an emergency. My stomach aches disappeared and my energy level increased. I've always tried to stay active, especially getting older, and having that extra energy has really helped me get into a good fitness routine, which I continue daily. Plant-based omegas. There are omega fatty acids support a broad array of health benefits, especially for the heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. They're 100% plant-based, pure and sustainable, full spectrum omegas, cold pressed, and completely vegan. Juice Plus and the complete shakes, which are one of my favorite things that they offer, are completely vegan, made with non-GMO ingredients, gluten and dairy free, 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. They're low glycemic. It stabilizes your blood sugar. They're made with broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, chickpea powder, quinoa. When are you going to get these in a normal protein shake? And they're delicious. The safety of soy depends on the source. The whole soybean, minimally processed, as found in Juice Plus Complete, provides the best and most balanced defense against disease. Now I'm going to turn it over to my friend Jenny.
All right. Oh, this is like sometimes I think the hardest thing for us, because we see faces and we know that you guys, we really realize that everybody's got a story, and right now everybody really needs to be heard. I just had a meeting today and we were talking about with different networking people, and just the fact that I feel like so many more people are not reaching out right now because they feel like everyone's hurting and they're like, oh, it's not going to relate. But the truth is, every part of our stories is really important, and just like Leslie said, there are lots of pieces to my story. Mine starts really when I was younger as well. There were a lot of parts of my functioning that were really unhealthy and difficult. Super hyper kid. I channeled it into athletics. And while that was a good fit for some parts of my life, it transitioned to a really difficult functioning into adulthood. Even before that, just lots of trouble sleeping, winding down. My belly was likely a mess when I look back on that now. I didn't understand that then, but it was a disaster. I was like a boy. It was, sorry to anybody, but it just was gross. And I just didn't even know what that meant or what to do about that. So as I got older, it was a lot of anxiety, a lot of situational depression, a lot of compensating, right, around all these things that I struggled with. And that translated from a female perspective to all kinds of different issues. From a body image and a weight standpoint, I was always athletic, but I was super inflamed and didn't even understand what that meant. Was always trying whatever was the smartest thing, I thought. I really was, really into what to do on paper. I thought I knew so much. It wasn't getting me to a better state of health. And once I got married and had kids, you'll see Reed. This is my older Reed, but when he was born, it was really, really rough for both of us, really traumatic. And he was born with allergies, asthma, and eczema, which means tons of systemic inflammation. It also means going to the doctor, being marked as a kid that's going to be sick, and at risk, and meds and meds and meds. And it was devastating to me. We kept that nebulizer plugged in all the time, became part of the furniture. It's really, really a state of unhappy functioning, hard to get a babysitter, hard to have a life, all of that. And it just wasn't okay. And I think for me, I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. It was an area of desperation for me. So somebody was listening to me and they heard me talk about some kind of woe I was having. It's a good friend of mine. And she's like, look, I don't know if this is going to make sense to you, but I'm learning that getting more fruits and vegetables into our bodies and nutrition into our bodies, food as medicine, is really a great, simple step. And I just said, look, I'll hear you. Let me learn. And good God, little did I know that finding that way of getting plant powders, whole food supplementation as a way to bridge the gap, and was such a profound catalyst that we got started on Juice Plus. added it to our bodies, to our diets, to our minds. We started to learn to make other changes. And from then, saw my kids, their taste buds opened up. No more Miralax. They were constipated. They had all kinds of issues that every other kid around me had, and all the mommies. I started to think clearer, better. My sleep, my confidence, my woman, my female mind came back really little by little, and it was just genius. The omegas had been a game changer. I would say probably a good year after we got started, I was cleaning out Reed's closet for the Goodwill, and my hand hit something hard. And I moved the stuff away, and it dropped me down to my knees, and it was the nebulizer machine. And I get teary even today thinking about it, because you guys, he is a stellar athlete. He's so healthy. We were on all these medications in life, and it just got us to a better place. And I had a hard time. I had to really wrap my head around where we used to be, because that's where we used to be. And now it's in a whole different place. And we didn't get there overnight, but we said yes to what if, right? What if fruits and vegetables in a capsule with more research than anything on the planet could be a solution? And that's why we're here, because what if it could help you guys in some way? What if just the education, forget about what we're, the words or anything, what if that could be helpful to you? So if I can get sorry, I'm clicking. There you go. What makes us unique? This whole food supplementation in general have been around for a long time. The concept, the idea, other things. Juice Plus, since 1993, it's not a multivitamin. Juice Plus is food in a capsule, food label, non-GMO ingredients, vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten-free. It's huge, you guys. There's no supplement facts there. If you get a bag of apples, you're going to see nutrition facts on that. So NSF certification, why is that important? An organic certification, you guys, it's a one-time certification. NSF certification is ongoing, saying that what's in the bottle is on the label, and what's on the label is in the bottle. There's nothing undeclared. So no banned substances, herbicides, pesticides, fungus, mold, spores, contaminants, metals, anything you could possibly imagine, which is just a godsend. So you understand that it goes from vine ripen to capsule in 72 hours. Very, very, very beautiful. From farm to capsule, pulverized juice, dried down, and it keeps and remains intact. It is the most thoroughly researched brand nutritional product in the world, more than anything else on the planet that is around. And that's something to be really, really proud of. If you get on research, we can always give you the research studies or the 2-page research summary, either one. A couple different options. I love the fact that it's not one size fits all in life. Whenever you're looking at increasing your nutrition, you need to think about what is good for you. Some people really like to have the accountability, the group, a plan, and the Shred 10 is a way to let go of some things that don't serve you, that tax your body for 10 days as a jumpstart with a 4-month and a lifelong experiential plan, okay? So we can help you with that, but just know that it's ridiculously fun. It's not a diet. This is about learning your body so that you can learn how to detox every single day of your life. And that gets your health to a place that you could not even possibly imagine. So I love the Shred. We've got lots of resources. We can tell you way more about that if you'd like to know. And then last but not least, again, there's different doors to walk through. It could be that you want to look at the Healthy Starts for Families with the Juice Plus capsules, and kids get Juice Plus for free. Okay, you can ask us about that another time. Could be that the Completes where you want to start, that's going to be a great fit for you. Or it could be that you want to look at the Tower Garden, which is no soil, 98% less water, less space, more yield. It's so super fun. We've got 2 types. One that's going to stay outside, can come inside. It's called the Flex. It's a little bit bigger up to the right. The other one, Tower Garden Home, that stays inside and lives there all year long, has the grow lights, and we can definitely tell you more about that, but it is so much fun. Your kids will love it, embrace it. Schools have it, hospitals, all kinds of places around the country. So definitely something that could be, wet your whistle and you can have a black thumb, which is amazing. So hopefully that will put a smile on your face, and think about the different things that you might be able to grow and walk up and make your own salad every day. So with that, I'll try to wrap this all in a bow. We're here because we've found each other in life because somebody listened to us and they shared. And we have absolutely zero expectation of any outcome from all of you guys that are here, that are listening. that doesn't exist. The reason that we come forward and that we share and that we ask you to share with us about what's important is because what if there might be something that we've learned that might help you, and there likely always going to be something that you learn that you can help us. And we locked arms, and that's what we decided to do. Shannon and I, Leslie, and so many of us locally and with our team around the world, we're going to inspire healthy living. We are on a mission to do so. And we would love to have more boots on the ground and more hearts and more spirit out there. So, take a look and think about where you are in your life. And if you'd like to have that kind of conversation to say what if for us, please do that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us your time, and look forward to hearing more about your story. I'm going to stop the recording if I am able to do that, and stop live stream. 1 second. Okay.